Hi there everyone, and welcome to another Pokemon Ultramoon Wi-Fi battle. And this was quite a fun battle we had against the regular Battousi. Once again bringing our NU team. I believe he said his team was mixed, various tiers, but I shouldn't bring my strongest, so I didn't. So, we've battled against Battousi a couple of times, and looking at his team, I figured it would be a good idea to lead with my Typhlosion, especially if this Alohomora comes out. So, my lovely Typhlosion went to set up the sun, but surprise, surprise, this thing sets up the rain first. Very strange. Does result in the sun being up, but since Klefki has priority, that means he can get the rain up before I can attack. But here I decide, screw it, we'll see how much a Fire Blast does in the rain anyway. Typhlosion's pretty good, and Alohomora's not the most bulky of Pokemon. But unfortunately, the attack is avoided. So I'm like, right, screw this. I don't want it to screw me over in some way, so let's switch out into Lantern. As he goes for the Thunder Wave. Excellent. I actually was just coming out here to do some extra damage with my water moves. But, yeah, he switches into Dash, and of course, that thing gets Dry Skin. Unfortunately for me, this isn't my Lantern with Volt Absorb, this is the one with Water Absorb, because I figured my team maybe had a bit more water weakness than electric weakness. Although I am reconsidering this. But we actually see the Z move come out here, and it's the Normalium Z. Well, it does get stab on that, but Lantern is fairly bulky. So we survive that and we retaliate with an Ice Beam, but that does pretty much nothing. And its Dry Skin recovers half of the damage I did, so things aren't looking good for Lantern. But I don't really have a safe switch here, so I'll allow Lantern to go down. Shame, real shame this wasn't my Volt Absorb Lantern. Would have recovered my HP quite nicely from that Thunder. But I switch into Hitmontop now. I'm sure that thing will be scared out of, well, scared out by fighting type moves. As in comes Azura. The damn Sableye. Yeah, I did go for the fighting move anyway because I just wanted to risk the damage, but in comes this damn Azura. And there ain't a whole lot that I can do to it, so we see this thing actually has Trick. So thank God it's not a Mega Sableye. Mega Sableye is just too annoying to deal with. But he does give me the Iron Ball. Very annoying, it means I'm guaranteed to move last now. But I did set up the Sun. Now in comes Seismitoad and I'm thinking, mediocre attacker, maybe I can live a hit. Maybe I can live a hit and retaliate with Solar Beam. But that is a stab, damn Earthquake, and it does take me out. Very unfortunate. My poor Typhlosion, this battle is not looking good for me, my heavy hitters are being taken down. But now I see it's a good opportunity to bring in the Ariados here and finally get up my Sticky Web. I was concerned of that Sableye in case it was a Mega, and we see the damn Fire type taking advantage of my Sun here. No doubt this thing was meant to be taking advantage of the rain. Surprise he goes for the Solar Beam here, perhaps predicting me to switch, but I do resist that by 4 times. And I did go for the Toxic Thread, hoping that maybe I'd get to do that. And luckily for us we do connect, and it is poisoned and its speed is lowered. So now I'm able to hit again. Unfortunately my Mega Horn is not going to do too much damage since it's now a Fire type, so we'll go for the Sucker Punch and do some nice damage. And counting how many turns have gone by, this should be where Sun runs out. And we see that is the case. Excellent for me. So now I can bring in something to safely set up on this thing, because this thing can't do much damage on its own. So I decide to bring in Tauros, and I know he may switch straight into the Klefki here, but I'm not sure if I could one-hit KO a Klefki with a normal Earthquake, so I'm going to power up to +1. But unfortunately, this does mean he has the opportunity to paralyze me here, and since Lantern's gone down, there's nothing I can do about it. So yeah, out comes the Thunder Wave, rendering Tauros pretty useless. But we do land the Earthquake. And with +1 and the Life Orb, it is enough to take it down, luckily. Now, if I am lucky, he'll bring in something that's relatively slow, and we can outspeed it since it'll be caught in the Sticky Web. Turns out he brings in Azura. Not a whole lot I can do. Unfortunately, my normal stab move isn't going to work here. And he takes away my damn life orb. How annoying. Gives me a wide lens. Unfortunately, all of Taurus's moves do not benefit from the wide lens. But the Earthquake does do nice damage. Just over half. But here comes the damn recover. So are we going to be stuck in a cycle of recovering and damaging here? Very unfortunate. So I'm going to decide to work up. Let's boost our power a bit and we can do a bit more damage. But out comes the foul play. Yeah, I knew there was a chance it would have foul play. But oh well. And it does extra damage with the life orb. But now I can bring in Hitmontop. Since we know this thing is not a Mega, I should be able to get a Toxic off if he doesn't switch. And Toxic is going to be my best bet for taking down this Sableye, since my remaining Pokemon do not have the greatest matchup here, especially if they get burned. Foul Play does very little to me. Luckily, that's probably because I have no attack investment and I resist. But yes, we can slowly whittle down this Azura. But damn it, this thing tricks me again. All my items have been swapped around now. But hey, a Life Orb could be useful. Yeah, we do nice damage here. Now I wonder, is he going to switch or is he going to spam recover and screw me over? So I think I'm going to switch out here. Actually, no, I'm going to stay in one more turn, see how much I can do. But yes, he avoids it and all is not well. So here I'm very stumped on what to do. I'm debating on whether I should switch into my Kabutops and hopefully do something, but I decide to stay in. I'd much rather have this thing at low HP. And now I figure there's a good chance he's going to go for a recover on this turn, and it looks like he doesn't have Will-O-Wisp, so I'm going to switch into Kabutops here, and hopefully I can start to set up. And he actually withdraws it himself. And goes into Zampano, and that is terrible. Zampano, of course, kind of walls my Kabutops, so I'm forced to switch back into Kabutops here and just pray. Forced to switch back into Hitmontop. If I can Toxic this thing, or just let's go for all-out damage on it. Maybe if I do as much damage as I can, and then let Kabutops let loose with its Z move, we might be able to take down this damn frog, but I know this frog is bulky, so things are looking very dangerous. Hitmontop finally goes down, leaving me with my one last Pokemon, Kabutops. And my opponent has, was it 4 or 5 Pokemon left, so things are certainly not looking good now. But we bring in Kabutops anyway, and I figure, right, time to Sword Dance, we need to power up and hit this thing hard. But out comes the damn Helioptile. Now Helioptile is a very fast Pokemon. I'm not 100% sure if I will outspeed it, because this Kabutops is not max speed, but we'll go for the Stone Edge anyway. Luckily we don't miss, and that thing's not wearing a Focus Sash, and we take it out. So, good, excellent. We're not completely out of the game yet. And in comes Azura, caught in the sticky web. So I go for the Stone Edge here, because I figured there was a good chance he'd recover, but he actually goes for the Trick. Surprise. But at the range of HP it's at now, we should be able to take it out with Aqua Jet. And we do, yes! Azura is down. That is a big plus, but now in comes Zampano. He's seen that I'm holding a Z Crystal, because he couldn't trick me. And damn it, he switches out here. He must have known I was going to go for a powerful Z move here, and switched in his damn Kairos. As yes, we let loose with the Rock-type Z move, Edo Tensei, also known as Continental Crush. And we gather up the ground and plop it back down on the Pokemon. Yeah, I was hoping that this would be enough to take out the Zampano, but he burnt my Z move on fodder, as it back in comes Zampano. So I'm very worried here. Probably can't kill it, so what I decide to do is take a risk. I go for a Sword Dance here, hoping that maybe there was a chance I could have lived an Earthquake. And we see he goes for Drain Punch, which is excellent. We live that quite comfortably. And looking at his 2 remaining Pokemon, they do not have priority. Well, actually, Togekiss does get extreme speed, but Togekiss' physical attack is pants. And now that we're +4, hopefully a Stone Edge can connect, which it does, and it is enough to take it out despite being not very effective. I can't believe it. Is Kabutops actually pulling this battle back for us? Not caught in the sticky web. Will it outspeed? We have the same base speed, I think. But no, it does not outspeed, and we land our liquidation and take it out. So damn, good job Kabutops. Kabutops there, lovely pullback. Brilliant battle. Kabutops, one of my favourite Pokemon. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed.